And so they're literally trying to destroy us. They're trying to destroy me. They're trying to destroy the movement.
Okay, so this is insane. In real time right now, I am watching Patrisse Cullors do a live claiming that I went to her property and demanded to speak to her. And I only way I can describe it is she sounds like she's really scared. We're working on a documentary talking about all of the funding pertaining to Black Lives Matter. Oh my God, I think she's crying on this live, pretending that she was harassed.
Yeah, I don't think I will ever stop playing that clip at the beginning of a video about Patrisse Cullors, right? The ex-co-founder of Black Lives Matter, because that clip is just pure tea gold, right? Again, I have been hoping and praying for a day in which there will be video of Patrisse Cullors boo-hoo, whining and crying on camera. And God bless me with exactly what I've been praying for. Not only did he bless me with that, he also made it happen because of Candace Owens, right? Candace Owens made Patrisse Cullors boo-hoo, whine, and cry. Again, that is one of the highlights of 2022, right? And we have some more news on Patrisse Cullors and BLM, as there's some more bombshell news that has come out about how the charity is spending their money, right? Because everybody wants to know where the money's going. Well, we now know, in fact, where the money's going, and lo and behold, it's as sketchy as you think, okay? It's as sketchy as you think. We got to read about this because it seems like Patrisse Cullors, she might not necessarily be depositing money directly in her bank account like she told us that she wasn't doing. But what she's doing is the oldest trick in the book, okay? Don't take the money directly, right? Don't put the money directly in my bank account. Put it in the bank accounts of people that I know and love and trust. That way, it doesn't look as sketchy, right? They're not paying me directly, but all my friends and associates are getting rich off of this. That appears to be what is happening here, okay? If you ask me. But before we get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you want to support my channel, you can do so using the links in the description below. You support the Patreon, you support the PayPal, you support the merch. There are multiple ways to support the channel if you would like to do so. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this. As tax filings reveal how BLM co-founder spent charity funds. Black Lives Matter co-founder Patrisse Cullors used charity funds to pay her brother and child's father eye-watering sums of cash for various services, according to tax documents filed with the IRS. Okay, so she used charity funds to pay her brother and her baby daddy. Okay, and this woman's a lesbian. Okay, I wonder what's up with that, right? I didn't know she had a baby daddy. I think they call that sneak. You guys know what I'm trying to say. Sneak D-wording, right? That's what they call that, okay? She was getting some steel pipe on the low, okay? That's what was going down here, okay? Again, I find that to be interesting. The co-founder's brother, Paul Cullors, saw a cool sum of $840,000 hit his bank account for allegedly providing security services to the nonprofit organization. Tax documents seen by the Post show $840,000, guys, for her brother to provide security services for her. I wonder how that works, right? Did her brother have a security firm before this, or did he all of a sudden have a security company? He became an entrepreneur and had a great idea once BLM started raising a whole bunch of money, right? In which, you know, she decided that, you know what, I'm going to pay you to protect me, right? To protect me from the white supremacists, right? Almost $1 million. Okay. Meanwhile, the organization paid a company owned by Damon Turner, with whom Cullors shares a child, almost $970,000 to help produce live events as well as other creative services. So Patrisse Cullors paid her baby daddy almost $1 million to produce live events and other creative services. Again, I wonder, did this guy all of a sudden become an entrepreneur, right? When BLM got all this money, okay? I wonder how that worked. Was he producing live events and doing other creative services before this? Was this company thriving before this? Or was this the biggest contract he ever got? Right, now listen. if you have a regular business, right? We're talking about, a for-profit company, you sell a product or whatever, and you're in business with your family and your family get rich. I have no problems with that, right? I mean, you're in business as a family, right? There's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. But when you're talking about a nonprofit, okay, when you're talking about raising money from charity funds, and then you turn around and giving those charity funds to family members, that raised some ethical concerns, okay? Because these guys became millionaires overnight off of charity funds, okay? And all the things they were doing did not benefit any of the black communities that Black Lives Matter is supposed to be helping, right? But yet they got paid almost $1 million, right? They became rich overnight to basically serve the interests of the founders of the company, right? The black Marxist lesbian women, right? That's what happened, right? So again, this is how it works. She's not necessarily depositing money directly into her bank account, but those around her are getting rich and she's benefiting from it. Again, wouldn't be surprised if on her 4 houses that she has, she's not the only person that owns those houses, right? Or she's not the only one that has financially pitched in to help buy those houses. I'm pretty sure her brother put in a little bit. I'm pretty sure her baby daddy put in a little bit. I'm pretty sure her closest family members that have benefited from these donation funds, that have received these donation funds, have probably pitched in to help her purchase these properties, okay? I mean, these people are building up a real estate empire, right, with donation funds. That's what it seems like to me. That's all I'm saying. She paid her baby daddy almost $1 million, okay? That's going to benefit her child directly. That's just like putting money in her pocket. That's what it is. On top of the controversy, BLM wrapped up its fiscal year, which runs from July 1st, 2020 to June 30th, 2021, with a stunning $42 million in net assets. Okay, so they sitting on $42 million in net assets, right? About what, 6 to 12 million of which are mansions, right? The foundation had an operating budget of $4 million, according to a board member. Half of that seems to be going to Patrisse Cullors' closest family members, her baby daddy and her brother, right? More than $37 million was spent by the foundation on grants, real estate, and charter on private flights, according to the tax filings. Again, what reason do you need to buy private flights? You ain't no celebrity. You ain't nobody super important. You just happen to be the head of a movement that raised a whole lot of money because of George Floyd, right? That's just what happened, okay? You got lucky, right? You don't deserve to be in this position. She's running around here like she's some type of important person. What's more, $32 million was invested in stocks, making up nearly a third of the $90 million the organization received in donations. Well, I mean, that's one smart thing they're doing with the money, right? They're investing the money so that they don't, waste all of it or lose all of it. But again, this is a surprise coming from people that are claim Marxists, right? It seems to me at every turn, they seem to be enjoying capitalism. The investment is expected to become an endowment in a bid to ensure the foundation's work continues in the future, organizers say, aka the founders and the people that are running this organization continue to get paid. The 36-page Form 990 document and annual filing required by nonprofit organizations to maintain their tax-exempt status shows Cullors reimbursed the organization $73,523 for a charter flight. BLM insisted she took the flight in 2021 out of concern for the COVID-19 pandemic and the health risks that come with it. Again, this woman thinks she's so bougie, right? The self-proclaimed Marxist, right? She's so special that she don't need to take commercial flights. She takes charter flights wherever she goes, right? Off the donation funds dime, right? That she reimbursed, but still, why are you taking these flights in the first place? I don't understand. Cullors already found herself in hot water after receiving a cool $120,000 payment for undisclosed consulting fees by BLM. After back-to-back controversies, Cullors last year resigned as executive director of the organization amid criticism over her lavish lifestyle. Tax filings released closely follows the controversy over the purchase of a $6 million property in Los Angeles. BLM faced a torrent of backlash last month when it publicly emerged that the organization purchased a swanky Southern California home using donated cash. Cullors at the time said she was weeks removed from being in survival mode after the Post's exclusive reporting revealed her purchase of 4 high-end U.S. homes for $3.2 million. Again, I'm pretty sure some of her family members pitched in on that. During that time, she said she hosted a Joe Biden inauguration party for 15 people, including BLM chapter members and other key allies of the organization. Cullors initially said the property was purchased by BLM to serve as a meeting venue and campus. She also issued a statement denying suggestions she had lived at the property or taken advantage of it for personal gains. But she did actually come out here and admit that she was seeking refuge, right, at the mansion from the so-called white supremacists, right? That's what she claims that she was doing. Cullors said she also threw a private birthday party for her son at the property in March 2021 and intended to pay a rental fee to BLM. The recent tax filing shows she paid the foundation an additional $390 over her uses of the 6,500 square foot Studio City property for 2 private events. So I want you guys to understand, this is a 6,500 square foot mansion, right? And she paid $390 to use it for 2 days. So she basically didn't pay anything, right? Because you would think that to rent out a place like that for 2 days, you would be paying in excess of $1,000 a day. She paid $390 for 2 days. I'm just saying. I mean, that's just like using it for free, right? That's literally just like using it for free. Tax records show after spending more than $37 million on grants, real estate consultants, and other undisclosed expenses, the BLM organization is still worth tens of millions of dollars. A red flag that seemingly emerged from the tax record showed that Cullors was the foundation's board sole voting director and held no board meetings. Why? She was the one deciding where all the money is going to go, right? And it was going to go in the pockets of her closest friends and family members. That was what's going to happen. The 990 reveals that the BLM Foundation is the largest abolitionist nonprofit organization that's ever existed in the nation's history. What we're doing has never been done before, said Shamalia Bowers, who serves as the foundation's board secretary. Quote, we needed to get dollars out to grassroots organizations doing the work of abolition, doing the work that would shift the moral tide of this world towards one that does not have or believe in police, prisons, jails, or violence, he added. Okay, so here's the thing. Isn't that the work y'all supposed to be doing? If all you guys are doing is taking the money and then giving it to other organizations, why don't you just stop raising money and just put up a website and list all the organizations that the woke corporations and the idiots that are donating to BLM should just donate to instead? Because donating to BLM is not efficient to get to these other so-called grassroots organizations that are doing the work that I really don't agree with, right? If we're talking about abolishing police, prisons, and jails, right? Yeah, this seems to be inefficient to me, okay? It seems to be inefficient. You guys are the ones supposed to be doing the work. You should be set up that infrastructure. That's why they're donating to you and not directly to those other organizations. Otherwise, if that's not what you're doing, if you're just siphoning off the money before sending it to other organizations, then you serve no real purpose, right? You don't serve any real purpose because you could just put a list on your website of organizations that people should donate to and be done with it. But see, again, they're just trying to get rich, right? That's what's happening. They're taking the money themselves. They're taking some off the top and they're giving some of the money, not all of it, not a majority of it, but some of it, enough to get by, right, to these other so-called grassroots organizations. Tax records show BLM paid Bowers over $2 million for providing the organization with operational support, such as staffing and fundraising. Again, what I tell you, this person took $2 million off the top just to do operational support, staffing and fundraising, right? As if they had any troubles fundraising during 2020, right? Had none at all. I don't think this person did $2 million worth of work. The foundation vowed to launch a transparency and accountability center on its website to make its financial documents available for public inspection. Bowers, who was named one of the 3 members of BLM's board in May, serves alongside Chair C. Clay Gay, a communications professional, and Dezane Parker, a member of BLM's Los Angeles chapter. Quote, we are decolonizing philanthropy, Gay said. We as a board are charged with disrupting traditional standards of what grant making in philanthropy looks like. It means investing in black communities, trusting them with their dollars. No, they're not their dollars. They're the dollars of these woke corporations and probably guilty white liberals, right? Those are the people who gave you the money, right? The filing also reveals that almost $26 million was written off as grants to organizations and families in the last fiscal year. All right. So $26 million out of what, $90 million that they raised, $26 million went to grants to organizations and families, right? So again, there's no real infrastructure that BLM has. They simply just said, hey, we're going to take the money, take some off the top. We're going to pay Patrisse Cullors' closest family members, the people that are running the organization, they're going to get paid off the top, and then we're going to take the money and just give it to other people and let them do the work. Like, what is the point of donating to BLM? I don't understand. Transparency and accountability is so important to us, but so is trust. Gay continued. Presenting donor names after the fact at this point would likely be a betrayal of that trust. The BLM movement first emerged in 2013 after the acquittal of George Zimmerman, the neighborhood watch volunteer who killed 17-year-old Trayvon Martin in Florida. In 2014, the death of Michael Brown at the hands of police in Ferguson, Missouri, saw the slogan Black Lives Matter become a staple rallying outcry worldwide. Yeah, so again, these people are the same people that claims that there is systemic racism in this country. However, they have systemically robbed the black community themselves off the backs of dead black men. Most of the money that they raise coming from guilty white liberals and these big woke corporations that are donating to BLM just to say that, hey, we did it. Okay. It's amazing how this works, right? It's amazing how this works in a country that's supposed to be systemically racist, that a few lesbian black women and their families can get filthy rich off of this stuff, right? Again, it's amazing how this works. But we finally got some of the disclosure that we've been asking for. And it should be no surprise in regards to where the money's actually being spent, and that, you know, people that are close to the founders of this organization are the ones that are benefiting. They're getting rich off this stuff. And that's just what it is. Like I said, if you're donating to BLM, or if you donated to BLM in the past, because it was obvious that this is what was going on, you're an idiot. That's all I got to say. But let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a black conservative perspective. Peace.